Printers, how are you? Welcome. Got my new scarf here wrapped around my head. I call it my chakra scarf. It's got all the colors of the chakra in it. Love it. It's got the greens, it's got the redishes, and it's got, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know if it really has, oh yeah, it's got red there too and stuff. So it's, yeah. And I promised I'd do a live today. So here I am. Yeah, to wrap up the year. Yeah. So it's yeah. Sorry, I just had to check something. Hi, Shelby Lisa. How are you, my darling? So it's been an interesting year. So I thought I'd have a look and see what sort of energy it's going to. Are you showing your butt to the world? You're showing your butt to the world. What do you got there? Hey? You're showing your butt to the world. Nobody needs that. Jimmy Carter died. Oh, bless him. Oh. Shelby Lisa, it would have been your first Christmas without your mum and stuff. So, yeah. So Jimmy Carter passed. I assume that's who you mean by Jimmy. Oh, my goodness me. Is Trump angry? He doesn't care. Evelyn passed a few months back. Baba girl, mummy needs that space. Oh, you've been busy taking care of you. Yeah. Oh, bless him. Bless him. Yeah. It's, family do have to come first, and if you need to spend your time helping them, you do that, especially those who were there for you for so long. Baba girl. Oh, sweetheart. To take you to the vet, book you in for a shot and get Whitby done at the same time. Yeah. But we got any nummies around here for you? One of the drawers. None. None. No. Yeah. Just give me a couple of minutes. Either hubby bought me some lovely rings for Christmas, part of my Christmas present. my Christmas swag. This middle ring finger is a bit fat still at the moment, so but it fits on my thumb, so yeah. And there's lovely green and purple and rose quartz one. So yeah, I'm just going to go and get some nummies for my little girl. Oh my goodness me. Oh, there's so much crap in this room. Your room's so full of crap, but guess who put half of it there? Oh, you can see the mess that's my hair behind there. I will be back in 20 seconds, guys. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Strangle. Oh, pulled ligaments and no joke. They're awful. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yes, yes. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's bribery time. Thank you. They're not super expensive or anything. Part of my Christmas swag. Good taste, but he doubts his own taste at times, which he shouldn't. Hi, Sherry French. So, is Trump angry? Flags flying at half-mast during the... Is Trump angry by this? God, well, he's never happy with anything that takes the spotlight away from him. I've got the Empress here. Hi, back again. Yeah, I've got the Empress. We've got strawberries. Um, it's certainly fertile ground for him to have a whinge over. Yeah, as I said, if it takes the spotlight off him, he's never really happy about it. He doesn't see why flags need to be at half mast. He's yeah. Yeah, he's not happy about it. He's struggling with it. Actually, this is about delegation. He's telling everybody, do something about it. I don't want it to happen. You'd think the Empress, oh, that's a good card, but he feels like it's stabbing him in the back. Thoughts and prayers to the families of the victims of that plane crash. Linda G has been saying for weeks that she saw a plane crash. And she didn't think it was in the US. And then this plane crash in South Korea. Most of the people on board died, I think. Yeah. So yeah, this is fertile ground for him to have something to whinge about, telling people, fix it. I don't want it to be happening. It'll take away from me. He feels like it's people dabbing in the back. It's just another insult. I'm very happy that President Carter hit the ton. He was 100 at. Surprising that he passed just a few months after his wife. That's not at all surprising. That's relatively common. Yeah. He short-lived, whether they investigate his short-lived martial law decree amounted to rebellion. He had the right to declare martial law. I don't think it's going to amount to rebellion, but that's up to them. South Korea, Canada, Norway, Germany had crashes in the last few days as well. Wow. Hi, Viviane. How are you? Yeah. So, yeah, Trump's fertile ground for him to have more to whinge over, telling people, take care of it, don't want to know about it, I don't want to, I don't see why flags have to be blah, 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 blah. He's going to just be whinging. Yeah. Yeah. When did that happen, Sherry French, the Canadian one? I know that the South Korean plane, apparently the landing gear failed. What's going on with these planes? I'm getting the first thing I got when I asked that question was poor servicing. Whether that's just logic but no, it's just sort of popped into my head. Poor servicing. Qantas is supposed to be the safest airline, or has been for a long time. The quality of their servicing has suffered, and they've had a few incidents. Poor servicing. It's cutting corners. Bird strike. Yeah. Yes, but there's going to have to be an overhaul of the airline industry. Firstly, more oversight into improvements and redesigns, and definitely better oversight of maintenance, servicing of planes. No, the planes were out of the air for 2 years or 18 a year, something, I don't know, however long they were out of the air. That was an ideal time for complete overhauls. And has it got anything to do, have some of these got anything to do with the time the planes were grounded in COVID? Were they not attended to? Got the page of cups. Some surprising facts. Hi, Annie. hugger. Yes, this can be the greedy merchant. Those planes, a lot of those planes were just left to sit there, and instead of taking the opportunity to give them complete overhauls, they were just left to sit there. Why spend the money on overhauling them? Oh, is there going to be an inquiry? Will there be an inquiry at some time in the future? The end doesn't justify the means. Signing the Emperor. Stability. Not just one airline or one country doing an inquiry. It has to be something that it's all or none in this instance. A clear set of guidelines and rules, but that might be coming in. I think there might be a few more crashes before something is done, unfortunately. And thank you too to my moderators, Uncover the News, Hugger, and anyone else who's a moderator for me. Thank you for doing that. It is appreciated. Now, let's have a look at what sort of energy the new year is going to bring. I think I might use some oracle cards for this. Haven't seen Ron in a while. Has anyone seen Ron? But then I've been a bit on and off, haven't I? So the last few weeks. So yeah. Ron, is you out there watching? And hello to all my lovely lurkers, and of course to everybody who chooses to watch my video, my live when the videos at a later date. I do appreciate it. Give us a like, thumbs up. If you want, you can leave a comment. You know, yeah. Last few months I've been quite hit or miss. So I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And I thought I'd draw three cards to see what sort of energy the new year is going to bring, going from 2024 into 2025. And it's not just the stroke of midnight here. It starts and goes through for almost a whole day to switch over. So it's right through to the end of Wednesday night, I suppose, here, that switch over and that energy that comes in because of the time zones. So what sort of energy is going to come? going to bring. It's been doing something. I have no idea what. Okay, so what's the first card? What are you doing, Cameo? Hey, what are you doing, Bubba Girl? We have flexible, number 19. Okay. The first card is number 19, flexible. Shifting, things shifting. Let's have a look. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. This is an interesting energy. The tree roots are solid in planted ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure, like a building, would come crashing down. Wow, that's interesting. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. What an interesting first card to draw for the energy that the new year is bringing in. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So it's going to be a time of flexibility, of changes, sometimes, but staying grounded during what could be a bit of a bit of a turbulent time. In relationships, in every relationship, that's important to be new, to open to new experiences and learning new things, and letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. So if relationship wise, again, flexibility, don't be so rigid and open yourself up. It's being prepared to adjust quickly. Prosperity, even when you have clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you need to relax and open up to other possibilities. So this is bringing the energy of possibilities with it as well. Um, and protection. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So this is about the energy that's coming in is somewhat turbulent, uh, emphasizes the need to be open to change or alternatives. Um, to those who are too rigid, things will come crashing down. So for those who refuse to bend, it will be harder. What's the second card that we have? This is card number 2, and this is yin, the opposite of yang, yin and yang. So the yin energy that is coming in, essential message, the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move and gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So this is interesting. Being open to flexibility and then letting someone else make the first moves. That's sitting back and waiting, but not necessarily being rigid in how you receive things. The oracle's message is this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Again, that flexibility. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. So again, that ties in there. If you allow yourself to sway with the wind and be shaped by the wind, rather than trying to shape the wind, you will be better off. So again, be the shaped, not the shaper. Sit back and allow things to come to you. And just also be aware of what's going on around you. But don't try and force things. Don't try and force things. Relationship-wise, let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Sometimes you just have to give it up to spirit. Prosperity, this is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Be guided by others. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a back seat. Okay? The protection message here is, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. Allow things to come to you. Learn how to receive with grace. Okay? Some people insist on always being the giver because they feel that they do not deserve to receive. That is bulldust. Everyone deserves to be given, to receive. Open yourself up to that. Stop telling yourself that you have to be the giver because that's your job. No, you do not have to be the giver all the time. Sometimes you can be the receiver, and it is okay to do that. It is okay to allow that. Okay? Because to give continually and not let yourself receive, it's a form of martyrdom, and that's just, no. Don't do that. Because you're shutting yourself off to the love and the gifts of others when you do that. And you can also be hurting others by not accepting what they want to give freely to you. Okay? Okay. So we've got, again, That's on the personal. On the general note, yeah, flexibility is important. Sitting back and receiving the energy that's coming to you, letting it flow to you, receiving the outcome of things, being shaped. The last card for energy is milk and honey. That's 51. Look at this. Land of milk and honey. So, the essential meaning, the taste of prosperity. Here it is again, prosperity again. Opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance and trusting that your needs will be met. Here it is, sitting back, allowing things to come to you, giving it up to the universe, being flexible. This is the energy that is coming in with 2025. The oracle's message: you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone. Wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle and intangible. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So the energy that it's coming into is of energy of flexibility, of acceptance, allowing yourself to receive that, and just knowing and accepting that your needs will be met. This is the energy, giving it up to spirit and trusting that things will turn out as they must, as they need to. The relationship message here is sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers. Ooh, I'll have to tell James. He'll go, oh my Lord, and just go and climb under the covers. No way. Sweet moments of understanding and love amongst friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Prosperity. There is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is spirit's emissary to the world. Let your emissary take over. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Okay? Protection message. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly. Before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before. You may continue to struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. So if you just don't surrender to spirit, if I better rest up, but then I better just get back to it, or not listen to yourself and your body, you're going to end up worse off. Allow yourself the time to enjoy, and don't worry about when you have to re-up, when you have to get back up and start. And that happens when it happens, you do it. But in the interim, allow yourself to enjoy and appreciate and soak in the ease and comfort. So, what interesting energies that are coming around. Very much allowing yourself to be shaped, allowing yourself to be flexible, allowing yourself to receive, and allowing yourself to sit back and enjoy without worrying about when you have to stand back up and go back to work or do that. When you have to go back to work, you get up and do it, but that doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying just because you've got to go back to work. Don't let one aspect of your life stop you from enjoying. Yeah, I have to go back to work on Thursday. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop enjoying the benefits of the holiday that I've had. Okay? And the rest that I've had. So that's the energies that are coming in with the new year. I hope you guys get something out of that. Will a MAGA military militia try to invade Canada? Interesting. I'm going to go back up here a little bit. And if I haven't said hello to you yet, it's just because I haven't seen your name, okay? Mm-hmm. Will the Orange Menace go to his funeral? He might. He might. To try and posture over people. He won't go out of respect. He'll go to try and say, blah, 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 blah. I'm the boss here now. So, will Amanga militias try to invade Canada? The three of swords. It's quite possible that they do something that utterly stupid. Washington State, I think, if there's a place that they would try and do it, or across the top of the North Dakota, or those top states. I mean, don't stress yourself over it. Canadians shouldn't stress themselves over it. It's all getting a bit of a minor threat. I don't think it'd work out. Will Americans end up in prison in Canada through such an effort? Yeah, some of them may, because trying to invade a sovereign state. And trust me, Trump wouldn't try and protect them. He would, you know, he would just let them go. I didn't tell him to do it. Yeah, Canadian bacon, yeah. 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 I think it's a silly, but Trump saying things like that, yeah, there are always there is always a fraction of the population, unfortunately, who do think that the things certain people say are gospel and they should follow them. And unfortunately, they do stupid things and they do create problems. Let's have a look at the energy around January 3. Now, January 3 is when new speakers are elected or something? I'm not quite sure. Wearing what I call my chakra scarf. It's got all the colours of the chakra in it. Lovely. Yeah. No, it's not my lovely long hair. I haven't turned it all into a scarf. Everyone knows my hair is like this long. So what's the energy around January 3? Goodness me, it's 10:41 already. Now, January 3, what's the, I just want to, January 3, Congress. In January 23, Congress will scheduled to convene and the House will vote for a speaker. January 6th, a joint session to count electoral votes and verify the 2024 US presidential elections. And then, yeah. Okay. So, January 3rd, a new speaker will be announced. Now, have a look at the energy for January 6th, too. That's Sunday. Is that a Sunday? No, it's a Monday. Okay. So, January 3. What is the energy? Who's got any questions about January 3? The energy. Wow. The energy for January 3. I will have a look at January 6. Trust me. Hi, Maureen. How are you, darling? But January 3 is when they elect a new speaker. And I got the Tower. So things are not going to go as they think or as they expect. Will the new speaker be a Republican? Troubled waters. Now, this can mean the light at the end of the tunnel, so it could be a Republican. But it's still troubled waters. We've still got, will it be a Democrat? Hello, this is interesting. We've got an agreement, consensus. And then I've got the 10 of Pentacles. And this is the end of a cycle, money driven. So this is interesting. Now, somebody asked me the other day if Hakeem Jeffries or a Democrat the other week would be made speaker, and I said, no, I don't think so. It's very interesting. It's going to be a very... So I'll just ask outright and cut the deck. Cards that are left, I shall shuffle them. So this is January 3, I'm looking at the election of a new speaker. And it started out with the Tower, shattering of expectations. And then I asked if the new speaker would be a Republican, and I said, be a bit of a rough journey to that. It's possible, but be a bit of a rough journey. Then I said, will it be a Democrat? And this came agreement, consensus. And then I drew why. Well, I suppose why, I guess. I didn't really ask a question there, but I think it's why. And it's the end of a cycle of money driven and generational. Will Hakeem Jeffries be the Speaker of the House? Very busy, a lot of learning to do. This is a yes card, but a lot of work. Change of fortune for him. A change, and it would be a big change. So I cut the deck again. So there's a possibility he may. So that's interesting. Be interesting to see what happens on January 3. Now, January 6th. Num nums? Want some nums? If you want them, they're there. Okay, January 6th. Now, Uncover the News asked me for that. You don't want some nummies. You just wanted to come in and see Mummy. Can Mummy kiss? Kiss Mummy? No? Kiss Mummy? Mwah. Show everyone your pretty tail. Mm-hmm. Move your butt. Move your butt. Come on. Okay, I'll put the cards over here for January. What is the energy for January 6th? Okay. Disappointment. Like the fight. But maybe I was thinking about Trump there because Uncover News was also asked what predictions guides for Trump between now and January 20. So I think I was thinking a bit about him and I got disappointment. So I'm just focused back in on January 6th, Monday, January 6th, 2025. What is the energy? What do you reckon, Bubba? Let's have a look. Institution. This is major energy, of course. It's a major arcana. institution, process. But also with this, in the church, in such, the buck stopped with the Pope. It was his ultimate responsibility. But you've got to remember, the Pope is also an elected official. He's elected by the cardinal, sure, but he's still elected. So the responsibility, of course, the responsibility there lies with the vice president to oversee the certifying of the election. The King of Pentacles. This is Trump. It's interesting that the king is so orange. Of course, his energy is going to be hanging over that. Justice. Justice will be done. Interesting. Interesting. So this is a procedure, which institutional procedure, which of course the Hierophant also represents. It is about Trump installing him as the new king. Justice will be done. Now, what does that mean exactly? I don't know. The result will be justified. Certify the election. Will they be able to certify the election? The plan, the secrets, lies, and spies. Interesting energy. It's going to be an interesting day. Nobody's saying anything. Everyone is really keeping things close to their chest. Interesting. It's going to be interesting. Okay. What predictions, guides for Trump between now and the January 20th? Trump between now and January 20th. Now, the word disappointment, when I inadvertently strayed into that, disappointment came up. I wasn't sure whether it was that or January 6th, but yeah. So I think it might be for Trump. Let's have a look. Oh, loss, regret. This is him. Not feeling too good about things for some reason. What's his challenge? His challenge is renewing his crown. That's interesting. Renewing, step up to the throne. The advice for him. Be prepared for justice. Interesting. Be prepared for justice. So this is between now and the 20th of January. Okay. So this is just over the next 22 odd days, 23 odd days. Be prepared for justice. At the base of this, well, this term's often used with regard to Trump and this particular card as a traitor, a light being shone on things from the darkness. Major arcana's here, so he's got some big things to face up to here. Oh, the Lovers is the outcome. Interesting. Reaffirmation. Reaffirmation of what? Be the inauguration, wouldn't it? Oh, reaffirmation of the need to step back. Responsibility. Is he going to make it to the inauguration? Well, that's a yeah. That's a consequences card. He's got a mixed bag. He's expecting to be affirmed, but then there's the need to. Could be illness. He's going to have to answer a lot of questions. He be president for long. Here's that agreement to maybe not long. What he sends out is going to come back to him, and he's got to take the responsibility for it. He's got to take responsibility, which is one of the big cheek meanings of this card. What he sent out is going to come back to him. Agreements. But then there's this retiring in the background. Very, very mixed bag. But then we have the traitor card. And the advice is he should be prepared for justice. Very, very mixed bag, isn't it? This is the energy around Trump. He thinks it's all going to be reaffirmed. But then there's him having to step back, take responsibility for his actions, because what he sent out is going to come back to him. And then there's this agreement. And then there's the advice. The challenge is him renewing his presidency. And the advice is to be prepared for justice. So very interesting. He's asking me, what is the energy behind Jack Smith? Is there a document released? Let's have a look. Still in the ether, still cloudy. What to release? There's a lot there. Here we have the 3 again, the 3 of Wands. What's sent back is coming. So possibly Jack Smith. Oh, there's the regret. Now this is interesting because Trump had these 2 cards. So there's definitely a tie-in with Trump. Is there going to be a release of information? Yeah. And again, I think Trump last week had the portent, the bells at the base of the cup warning. Celtics here. Hi, Ron. How are you, my darling? Hi, Celtics here. Could it? No. Elon Musk will not be made speaker. Oh, do they? Celtics? That's interesting. Oh, it's always cameo show when she's in the room. Definitely. EL. Elon? Trump abandoned MAGA. Already has, in a sense. Dirty, he needs the money from them. That's the only reason he's standing by them, if he can get money from them. Yeah, he's stepping on them to get what he wants. And when they can no longer give him what he wants, oh, whoa, here's that again. What he puts out will come back at him. They'll turn on him. He abandons them. Will he abandon Marga for sunnier pastures? Yeah, he could. Yeah, he probably will. But it'll be a big mistake if he does. Okay. Mike Johnson. No, he's going to come to a screeching halt. No. Elon, he might want to be made speaker, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, it's fuzzy. I mean, that reading I did on him, very, very mixed bag, isn't it? Will he be sworn in? Ineligibility. Ineligible to be. He's hanging on. Really, really tight. He's not. It's not that. It's not as solid as you'd think. The king, grasping. Teeth. It's on shaky ground at the moment. It's on shaky ground. At this stage, still more for than against, but it's on shaky ground. I was just asking after you, Ron, a little bit earlier. When will Muskrat get his? Okay, let's have a look. The Stairway to Heaven card. When will Muskrat get his? This is Elon Musk. I wouldn't want to call him Muskrats. Muskrats are cute. I had that song, Muskrat Love. Silly song, but it was it Chicago or America? America, wasn't it? It released it. When will Muskrat get his? Okay. Knight of Cups. That's and the moon. Trump will hang him out to dry. Hanging, limbo. Trump will hang him out to dry. When? Well, we know that tarot is crap for time. So major arcana. I think sometime during the first 6 months of 2025. This isn't literal death to him. This is like retiring. He's got the Ace of Cups as well. Warning bells. So not too far, probably in the next 6 months or so. Hi, Clarence. How are you, my darling? For those of you who may have watched my last video the other day, or if you missed it, late November, I only learnt the other day on Saturday that we lost a very, very dear member of our community in Geek Hillbilly, Keith Smith from Hazard County in Kentucky. Everyone went and put a little old man emoji next to a laptop. He loved his computers. He loved working with computers for people. He's an angel up there with his little deputy, with his deputy badge on. And yeah, he will be missed dearly. So yeah, Muskrat is going to get his. I saw several weeks ago. I saw the word Musk and deported go across my eye. When I see that, it does generally happen. Hi, Constance Campbell. Hi, Patricia Franchino. Captain and Tennille, that's the one. Will Canada have an early election? We have to have an election over here by July. I think we may have one in about May, possibly. Reaffirmation. And we have to wait till October. I'm taking this quite literally as colder weather. He might call an early election for like March or something. Out in the cold. There's certainly pressure on him to call it. Yes or no, early election? A change. Interesting. If he does, it's not going to turn out well for him. Then that's a no in terms of yes, no's. And then the consensus, the agreement is, October. Either way, I don't think the election's going to turn out too well for Trudeau's government. That's not necessarily to say that the right wing is going to get in, because Trudeau's is a coalition government, is it? I feel like the other half of the coalition might do better, and therefore their leader might step in. If he does call an early election, and there's some chance that he might, it won't turn out well for him. Yeah. Yes, 2 angels together. I was absolutely gutted. Hubby was gutted. A few of you have had the opportunity to talk to hubby and, you know, have met him and stuff like that. And he and Geek, every time I had Geek on, James would come in and say hello and they'd have a little bit of a chat. He was gutted to hear it as well. I was near tears. I was really, really trying not to cry on Saturday when I went on. So, yeah, still absolutely. Anyway, my darlings, I have, I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. And, yeah. So thank you all for joining me for today. One of the things I aim to do better with next year is to get myself back on the more reliable path for you guys. Things have been a bit scattered this year with me, and don't feel I've been as, you know, getting things back together, just sort of like energy-wise and everything. So New Year's Eve tomorrow is my birthday. I turn 58 tomorrow. And you're glad you caught me. Oh, that's lovely. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll do something New Year's Day. I might pop up and see that. Cameo always takes over the show, don't you, darling? And, yeah. So really, really, please take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. Have a lovely New Year. And, yeah. So I will be back on Saturday. And if you are watching and you're in Perth, especially the northern suburbs of Perth, on Sunday there is a car boot sale in the morning from about 8:30 till 11:30 or something like that at our Chemos RGA up in the northern suburbs. It's on Marmion Avenue. So it's pretty easy to see. And I will be there doing readings. So if you are in Perth, in the northern suburbs, and you want to come and get a reading from me, I will be there, okay, on Sunday, the 5th of January, during the morning, okay, from about 7:30 on. The first couple of hours is usually slow, and then it got really busy for the second. So anyway, everyone, please, 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 my darlings, have a happy and safe New Year. Please enjoy yourself. Be with those you love. And know that I love you all and care about you all. And, yeah, some members of our community are doing it tough at the moment with sick loved ones. Others, their loved ones are going through a tough time and, you know, have not been doing it well. Please spare thoughts for everyone in our community who are doing it tough. I won't spell out names or anything, but please say an extra burst of healing and comforting energy to those. Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay happy, stay loving, and above all, my darlings, stay laughing. Laugh every day, and if you can, laugh with a stranger. Thank you for the birthday wishes too. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.